Okay, hello, good evening, and good day. As I say, as we speak worldwide, we are streaming live. Dr. Mandell will be talking about a very important herb. This is something that I am on myself, and I just wanted to share the powerful healing abilities of what this thing has. It's all about Boswellia, and many of you have never probably even heard of this herb, but this is an amazing, amazing herb, and I want to share some knowledge with you about this miraculous herb. Now, I notice that many people who follow me on my channel, as well as the thousands of people who have seen many of my videos, over 1,000 videos on there, most people have pain, have discomfort, have had some type of experience about themselves, a herniated disc, a carpal tunnel syndrome, a brachial plexopathy, maybe just an Achilles problem. It could be a knee condition. But the bottom line is we could all admit one thing, that hello, my chat room here, I want to say hello to you, that we could all admit one thing, is that something can be working better. So we're here searching, trying to be proactive so we can take better care of ourselves rather than go into a doctor's office and expect him to take care of us. It's never going to happen that way. So we're going to go on right now, the magic herb of Boswellia. Now, Boswellia serrata is an amazing herb, and I want to give you a little bit of information about this. This Boswellia tree, it produces a precious resin. And they use this resin today that's melted down into an oil, which I'm going to show you all this great information. But I just want to give you a little feedback. And it's called frankincense oil. And these oils are out there, and they're designed to help do miracles for you. But before I go into that, I just want to let you know that this Boswellia tree, and there are several of them, the frankincense comes from this Boswellia tree, and the extracts, obviously, they get the crystals. They're actually broken down into oils, and those are the things that you'll hear about. But that is the Boswellia. Now, when we look at Boswellia, Boswellia is probably the highest quality herb when it comes to the affinity of joints. That means that this is designed to help reduce inflammation. And this topic today is going to be giving you information to reduce inflammation. This is probably one of the most greatest herbs you'll ever hear anywhere in the world. This does miracles, when I say miracles, in wounds, bruises, as well as autoimmune diseases. I'm talking about some crazy things that you will never believe, which I'm going to go into this. So when it comes down to inflammation, we're talking about our lungs, our gastrointestinal, colitis, arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, autoimmune disease, lupus erythematosus. We're talking about gastritis. We're talking about tendinitis, bursitis. These are all inflammation, and I'm going to go into this. The body secretes leukotrienes that are small chemicals that contribute to inflammation. And these leukotrienes is what promotes these free radical damages and affects our autoimmune system. This affects when we injure something or when we have something that's being injured by our immune system. This is when we start developing these particular chemicals that are very, very painful and can cause a lot of damage. The amazing thing about Boswellia is it can prevent this. Researches show something very important, and I'm going to come to that right now, just because I'm going to skip around here because I want to explain this in a real simplistic way. This right here, I want you to understand what this is all about. This is the amazing herb of what it does. As we age, there's an enzyme in our body. It's called 5-lipoxygenase. This lipoxygenase, okay, or what we call the 5-LOX, this reaches high levels in our body. As a result of that, this sets up a motion of degeneration. When I say a motion of degeneration, this affects the immune system. This affects degenerative changes as we age. This affects cancer. Because if I tell you that this particular herb is known to help cancer, it's known to help prevent cancer. Yes, it is. So the good news is this Boswellia shown to inhibit this 5-LOX. They've used it for quite a long time, in centuries, and really didn't know the research till recently. But because of this 5-LOX inhibitor, this has really taken us to a new level today when it comes down to reducing inflammation. Now, understand that everything in our body, all diseases are attributed to inflammation. IBS, heart disease, gout, arthritis, COPD, asthma, psoriasis, as you see here, and the list goes on and on and on, like bursitis, tendinitis. Anything that really ends, because I'm going to teach you right now, because I had to learn this, anything that ends in ITS. Now, what are you talking about? ITS, itis. Okay, let's look here. Lumbar radiculopathy, sciatica, sciatic neuritis, pain going down the leg. We look at osteoarthritis, degeneration of a joint, usually due to weight bearing, more commonly in the knees. And the joints are usually unilateral. It's not bilateral as compared to rheumatoid arthritis. Rheumatoid arthritis is bilateral, both knees, both hands. An autoimmune disease, wears and tears the cartilage away. So there are free radicals in the body. We know that inflammation is the silent killer. Now look at this. This will be posted on my channel. You can come back to this. Asthma, allergies, bronchitis, heart disease. I mean, think about what fills up the vessels. What clogs our vessels? Inflammation. It's inflammation where the body reacts to that starts to build up calcium within the blood vessels. Irritable bowel syndrome, colitis, joint pain, cancer, tumor growth, inflammation, diabetes, inflammation, Alzheimer's, inflammation. I really hope this sticks. Now, if we can do something to keep our body healthier, to prevent inflammation, we're going to live longer, we're going to be happier, we're going to have less complications. Very important. So we look at inflammation, neurological diseases, diabetes, cancer, Alzheimer's, pulmonary diseases, arthritis. Everything that wears down in our body is attributed to inflammation. People, you may be asking lots of questions. I can promise you it's due to inflammation. That is kind of like the oxidation of an apple in the air. It's causing something to oxidize. We're oxidizing against oxygen. Okay, so we want to preserve ourselves. Very important. So we look at osteoarthritis as we see Boswellia serrata for osteoarthritis. We see here tendinitis, Boswellia for tendinitis. We see studies for inflammation. We know the studies are out there. We look at bursitis. Okay. I know what it's like to have bursitis. I have bursitis. I know what it's like. And I can tell you, I've been on other types of non-steroidal anti-inflammatories, and I'm not going to go into the different names, but I can tell you this is proven to be safer. It's not going to rip up your gut. It's not going to wear out your kidneys. It's not going to give you significant problems. We look at autoimmune diseases. I mean, look how many autoimmune diseases are. I don't even know some of these names. I mean, this is really, really in depth, okay? Polymyalgia rheumatica, post-pericarditis syndrome, primary sclerosing cholangitis. I mean, these are some crazy autoimmune diseases that many of these doctors have no idea what to do but give you prednisone. That is not what life and health is about. So we talk about these resins. These are the resins that come off the tree. And from these resins, we take these resins and we bring them into what we call oils, frankincense oils. They use these oils for many things. Relaxation, put on the muscles, put on the joints, put in the ear. You can put it in diffusers. You can inhale this. There are so many positive properties that these oils do. Google frankincense. Okay, I don't have time to tell you everything, but Google it because we're opening up a new door of health. You're going to come back later and say, wow, I can breathe easier. Oh, I have more energy. I'm more relaxed. My muscles don't ache as much. You'll be surprised what these magical things do because we talk about this reduction of inflammation. Very, very important. But if we look here, frankincense. Here's a study right here. Frankincense essential oil prepared when it's distillated from this Boswellia sacrogum, the resins that we just talked about, induces human pancreatic cancer cell death in cultures. That is very powerful stuff. These are some studies, and they're all starting to come out now. These particular herbs can do wonders. This is a study. You can come back to this. This will be posted on my channel. So when it comes down to this, I just want to bring out a few things. People are asking, well, how much of this stuff do I take? How do I get it? Well, let's go over here before I tell you. Just want to give you some examples of what it looks like. Boswellia resin extract is always better, as you see here. Just to give you an example, this is a very good company source. I have no part of this company, but boswellic acids are really important. If you look at the boswellic acids, if I can find the other one, but generally they come in different percentages of boswellic acid. You can do your homework. You can Google that. You can go to Amazon. You can read up on that. But basically, the following dosages, they say, can be anywhere from 300 milligrams to 1,200 milligrams, depending upon what the condition is. They like to talk about 60 to 65% boswellic acid because it's the boswellic acid within this particular plant or this herb that does the miracles. That's the boswellic acid. That is kind of the key thing behind the Boswellia. There are different formulations, or even using this formulation with turmeric or curcumin. They're combining them because they have similar properties to reduce inflammation. I know a lot of people out there, not only you listening, but people who are going to look at this video, and I'm sure I'm going to have several thousands of people worldwide look at it, but this can be a miracle worker for them. Why? Because you as well as many millions of people out there have been residing on these NSAIDs, these non-steroidal anti-inflammatory. The people who create this, all the real good vitamin companies, go to Amazon, put in Boswellia. You'll have tons of stuff that will come up, and you'll see some that are mixed with other formulas, and you'll be able to learn a whole lot about that. I don't have the time to really go into all of the formulations, but I do have time. The most important thing right now is that you understand what is going on when it comes to your health. Last, let's just go back to make sure I didn't leave anything out. This is all about complete body healing, that even if you are having a problem, by taking Boswellia, it will help the body repair faster. Because remember, when inflammation is around, it slows down the healing process. It really slows it down. It can cause lots of complications. I believe I covered the jut of it, and I hope that this really has given you some insight. I just want to go ahead and take that off. I ask you to subscribe if you're a new person listening here. Go through my channel. I have many great self-help videos. I'm sure I recognize a lot of the names out here in the chat room. I know your names. We've talked many times. I appreciate you being here. But if you're new to this channel, do not make sure you subscribe, because if you don't subscribe, you're going to be missing a lot of great information, a lot of good education. Just in quick summary, I want to bring out some very important things here. I don't know if I can bring it up through the screen here, but just real quick, they talk about the most effective areas: colitis, osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, Crohn's disease, asthma. Asthma is inflammatory. You may not think it is. Psoriasis, irritable bowel syndrome are some real common ones that they talk about. Really powerful stuff here. And, they talk colon cancer, really big. So, if you have, a past history of something and you have someone in your family may have a cancer or something like that, this is a great thing to get on. This is something that can really, keep you strong and healthy for a long time. Everyone, I just want to say blessings to you, and I see you, all the beautiful people out there in the chat room. I appreciate you following these videos, and we'll just continue to give you great information. Feel free to take these videos, share them on your social media. You don't have to ask me. Take them, do whatever you want to do with them. God bless you. And again, to the U.S., we want to say good night. And over out in Asia and across the seas, we want to say good morning. And thank you so much. Bye-bye now.